Ever heard a story that feels like it was made just for you and your best friends? Well, get ready, because today we're diving into an epic tale called The Friendship Quest. This isn't just any adventure. It is a story that proves the real magic in our lives is the people we share it with. Meet our heroes, 5 inseparable best friends. First, there's Leo, the natural-born leader. He's the one who always has a plan and keeps everyone's spirits high, even when things get tough. Then we have Mia, the brilliant inventor. Her mind is a whirlwind of gears, gadgets, and genius ideas. If there's a problem that needs a clever solution, Mia's already building it. Next up is Sam, the nature whisperer. He knows every plant, every animal track, and can read the secrets of the forest like an open book. His connection to the wild is their compass. Then there's Chloe, the artist with a keen eye. She sees patterns and details that everyone else misses, turning confusing puzzles into beautiful solutions. And finally, Max, the athlete of the group. Strong, fast, and fearless, he's always ready to leap into action and protect his friends. Each of them had their own dreams, their own secret wishes. Leo wanted to prove he could be a great leader. Mia hoped to create an invention that would change the world. Sam longed to discover a new, undiscovered species. Chloe dreamed of finding a landscape so breathtaking it would inspire her masterpiece. And Max? He just wanted an adventure bigger than anything he'd ever imagined. They were all on their own paths until one dusty afternoon in Leo's attic, everything changed. While sifting through old family heirlooms, Chloe's artistic eye caught something strange. Tucked inside a hollowed-out book was a piece of parchment that looked ancient. It wasn't just any old paper, it was a map. The ink was faded, the edges were frayed, but the drawing was unmistakable. It showed a winding path through treacherous mountains and dense forests, leading to a location marked with a sparkling star. Below it, in elegant, looping script, were the words, "The Cave of Whispering Wonders." The legend of the cave was something they'd only heard in hushed stories told by their grandparents. It was said that deep within this hidden cavern, a magical echo resided, an echo that could grant a single, heartfelt wish to those worthy enough to find it. One wish, the friends looked at each other, their eyes wide with excitement. Their individual dreams suddenly felt connected, pulled together by this single, incredible possibility. Imagine one wish that could make any of their dreams come true. Leo, seeing the spark in everyone's eyes, made the call. "We do this together," he declared, his voice filled with determination. One quest, one team. It was a risky decision. The map was cryptic, and the journey looked dangerous. But the thought of embarking on the greatest adventure of their lives, side by side, was too tempting to resist. They would seek the Cave of Whispering Wonders not for one person's wish, but as a united front. Their individual missions were now one single, shared friendship quest. And so, with packs on their backs and hope in their hearts, our 5 heroes stepped out into the unknown, ready to face whatever lay ahead. Their journey began at the edge of the sunken forest, a place known for its confusing, ever-shifting paths. The trees grew so thick that the sunlight barely touched the ground, and every direction looked the same. Panic started to set in. They were lost before they had even truly begun. But this was where Sam's talent shone. He knelt down, examining the moss on the trees and the direction the wind bent the ferns. "This way," he said confidently, pointing to a barely visible animal trail. He explained how certain plants only grow on the side of the path that gets the most morning sun. Trusting him completely, the group followed, and soon they emerged from the disorienting maze of trees, back on the right track. Their first challenge was over, and they learned their first lesson. Sometimes, the quietest knowledge speaks the loudest. Next, Their path was blocked by the chattering river, a torrent of water so wide and fast that crossing seemed impossible. There was no bridge, and the current was too strong to swim. Max, ever the athlete, thought he could leap across the narrowest point, but it was still too risky for the whole group. Discouragement began to creep in. This is where Mia, our brilliant inventor, stepped up. Her eyes scanned the riverbank, not seeing an obstacle, but a collection of resources. With a flurry of excitement, she sketched a design in her notebook. Using fallen logs, sturdy vines, and a clever pulley system of her own design, she instructed the team. Leo organized the workflow, Max provided the strength to haul the heavy logs, and Sam found the strongest, most flexible vines. Together, they constructed a sturdy, makeshift raft. It wasn't pretty, but it was functional. As they pushed off from the shore, they weren't just crossing a river, they were riding on their combined ingenuity and teamwork. They had turned an impossible barrier into a triumph. After the river, the map led them to the base of the Puzzle Peaks, a series of rocky cliffs etched with strange, ancient symbols. Carved into the rock face was a massive stone door with no handle, only a complex circular grid of symbols. It was a lock, but one that couldn't be broken by force. Everyone was stumped. The symbols seemed random, almost nonsensical. But not to Chloe. To her, it wasn't chaos, it was a work of art, a visual riddle. She saw repeating shapes, hidden images, and a flow that others missed. It's not a code, she explained. It's a story told in pictures. She traced the sequence with her finger, showing how one symbol flowed into the next, depicting the phases of the moon. As she pressed the symbols in the correct narrative order, the stone grid began to rotate. With a deep, grinding sound, the massive door slid open, revealing the dark passage beyond. Chloe's unique perspective had unlocked the way forward, proving that sometimes the key isn't about logic, but about seeing the beauty in the puzzle. Through every challenge, their bond grew stronger. When Leo's confidence wavered, Max was there with a supportive hand on his shoulder. When Mia's invention needed an extra pair of hands, Chloe and Sam were right there to help. They shared their food, their water, and more importantly, their fears and their hopes. They learned that Leo's leadership wasn't about giving orders, but about listening to his team. Mia's genius wasn't just for gadgets, but for finding creative solutions with what they had. Sam's knowledge protected them, Chloe's vision guided them, and Max's strength supported them all. They were more than just a group of talented individuals, they were a single, functioning unit. Each person was a vital piece of the puzzle, and they were beginning to realize that the journey itself was becoming more meaningful than the destination. The friendship they were strengthening along the way was a treasure all its own. Finally, after days of trekking, they stood before it, the entrance to the Cave of Whispering Wonders. It was exactly as the legends described, with crystals glittering on the walls and a soft, magical glow emanating from within. Their hearts pounded with a mix of awe and anticipation. This was it, the moment they had worked so hard for. They walked inside, their footsteps echoing in the vast, silent chamber. In the center of the cave, a shimmering pool of light pulsed gently, and a soft, melodic voice whispered on the air, seeming to come from everywhere at once. "You have arrived," the voice sang. "You have proven your worth. One wish is yours to claim." The 5 friends looked at each other. The moment had come. Who would make the wish? Would it be Leo for his dream of leadership? Mia for her world-changing invention? Sam, Chloe, or Max? They stood in silence, each thinking of their personal goals. But as they looked at the faces of their friends, tired, muddy, but smiling, they all realized the same thing. Their individual dreams seemed small compared to what they had found together. They had faced down every obstacle not with one person's talent, but with everyone's. They had succeeded because they were a team. Their greatest adventure wasn't finding the cave, it was the journey they had taken together. Leo stepped forward, not as a leader making a decision, but as a spokesperson for the group. He took a deep breath and looked at the shimmering light. "We've thought about it," he said, his voice clear and steady. "And we don't need a wish." A gentle gasp rippled through the group, but everyone was nodding in agreement. On this journey, Leo continued, "We found something better. We found that our friendship is the real magic. It's stronger than any wish you could grant us. So, we wish for nothing. We already have everything we need." A warm, brilliant light filled the cave, and the whispering voice sounded pleased. "You have understood the true secret of the cave," it hummed. "The greatest wonder is the bond you share." The light slowly faded, and the friends turned to leave, not with a magical prize, but with something far more valuable. They left the cave with empty hands but full hearts, knowing that their shared journey was the real reward. Their friendship wasn't just a part of the quest, it was the entire point. And that was a treasure that would last a lifetime. So, what do you think? The story of the friendship quest is such a powerful reminder that the people in our lives are what make our adventures worthwhile. It's not about the destination, but about who you have beside you on the path. What was your favorite part of their journey? Let me know in the comments below. If you loved this story as much as I did, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more tales of adventure and friendship. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.